Peace and abundance, peace and chaos. So for today's video, we're going to be looking at some spiritual / conscious conspiracies, and these may trip you up a bit, so let's just be prepared for that.
I have a theory. What if life as we know it is one giant loop? As you see in a video, is of it zooming out from the earth into the universe and the galaxies and everything like that. And we know that the smallest particle is an atom. So what if when you're zooming out, you're really zooming in? Because you're just one big large body, but when you break you down to your cells on a molecular level, you just get this reality again. Look at this video. Like, isn't that what it looks like when they show the body? Like, look, watch this next part when they get out of, look at that. Nerves. Does that not look like nerves? How is that our universe? It is us. We are the universe, literally.
Facts. I feel like this is true because, like, there are infinite realities, infinite possibilities. It's infinite. Like, when we go and dream, we go into different realities. We go in different realms that are a part of us. So I feel like everything has a parallel side to it. Parallel universes, you know, it's just infinite. It's infinite possibilities, y'all.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the earth. There's no place to go.
Today I'd like to bring to your attention a potential fraud on an enormous scale happening in your county. There's now clear evidence of NASA using numerous methods to grossly mislead the public about astronauts being on the International Space Station. During interior ISS scenes from NASA's own live feed, the use of wires, harnesses, green screens, and virtual reality have been detected to achieve the appearance of a weightless environment. Examples of this include astronauts fading in and out of the screen, green screen glitches, grabbing objects that aren't really there, pulling on invisible wires, getting tangled in their harnesses, and even astronauts appearing out of thin air. This begs the obvious question. If they're really up there, why are they using Hollywood techniques to fake the footage? Now, unfortunately, I can show you these clips in here today, but I will be sending them to you. Moving on, outside the International Space Station, during spacewalks, air bubbles have been recorded on numerous occasions. How is it possible for air bubbles to be present in the vacuum of space? I once questioned astronaut Scott Kelly about this phenomenon. His body language and answers only created more questions. In 2013, astronaut Luca Parmitano nearly drowned during a spacewalk when his helmet filled with water. This happened again just last year. Air bubbles, helmets filling with water, and drowning. Are they in space or are they underwater? Now, what's really interesting is that they trained for spacewalks in an underwater pool with a complete ISS replica. Now, surely they aren't filming these spacewalks in an underwater pool and then editing them to appear if they're in space, because that sure would be something, wouldn't it? I'm calling on the Brevard County Commissioners to open a full investigation into NASA's fraudulent practices and use of taxpayer dollars. It costs NASA $3 billion per year to operate the ISS, and if they don't have a darn good explanation as to why they're faking these videos, I and the public would like a darn good explanation as to where our tax money is going. And if they are indeed faking the funk, it is our duty to expose and eliminate this fraudulent and astronomically wasteful ISS program. And look, I know what you're all thinking. The NASA is part of the federal government, and you're just county commissioners. Even if what I'm saying is true, what can you do? But let me remind you, not only is this happening in your county, as public officials, you have the platform and the ability to make a statement or hold a press conference, alerting the public, state, and federal authorities to investigate further. You have the power to start the conversation. Video evidence of everything I described today will be emailed to you all, and I truly hope we can get to the bottom of this. I look forward to the day that $3 billion annual budget is put towards our veterans, our homeless, maybe some of that mental health stuff the young lady just spoke about, and the revitalization of Brevard County. Thank you for your time today, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, sir.
I think you're better at ping pong than I am.
Here's how. Just simply use a blue screen. Voila, now you have a bubble of water floating, as if he's in the outer space, inside the ISS.
Okay, so the whole moon landing thing. So here's my thing about that. Like I knew the moon landing was not real because they came up with an excuse that they don't have the equipment or the technology to go to space. But you're coming out with all these new gadgets, these new AI robots that'll act like humans, but you don't have the equipment or the technology to go to space like you claimed you did back in the 60s. Come on, man. Come on, really put two and two together. Also, when they were talking about like it's underwater and stuff, because if you look at a person that would be underwater and on the sand, their feet, their footprints on the sand, and how their body movement, you know, is underwater and on the sand, and you look at the moon landing, it kind of does have some similarities. So, but yeah, like, come on.
Tattoos are spiritual portals able to open you up to high vibrational beings or demons. Through the symbols and things that you put on your body, you are opening up spiritual portals able to connect with your being on a deep level. This connection will allow for the energy of whatever you put on your body to manifest within your being. And you can see how one might use this in order to connect with people that are no longer with us and have that energy on them at all times. But just how you're able to connect yourself with loved ones that are no longer with us or higher vibrational entities and energies, you are also able to connect with demons and low vibrational entities. Now, if you're on TikTok, then you've heard about Yeet. If you've tapped in with him, then you know what he stands for and why he has this sigil on his arm. And you can go through so many songs where he talked about how after he tattooed this sigil on him, he got contacted by demons who helped him run up his life. So be mindful of the portals that you're opening up on your body. If you're gonna get tattoos, make sure that they have a spiritual meaning behind them. Tattoos are ancient but have been tainted through modernization.
Okay, the thing about tattoos, I do agree with him when he talked about tattoos can be portals. Like, tattoos are very meaningful. Anything that you wear, anything that you do is meaningful. It has meaning and it gives a purpose. You put the meaning behind it. You put the meaning behind any tattoo that you get. So if you, like, it's all about the intention as well. It's not just the symbol, it's also the intention. It really advise people to be aware of what they're putting on their bodies, and not just on their bodies, but where they put the symbols on their bodies. The location of the tattoo also is very powerful as well.
Alright, man, let's talk about the fucking devil. Fuck it. So throughout history and throughout different religious pantheons, the devil has gone by many names. From Set to Satan to Al-Shaitan to Lucifer, the devil, quote unquote, has had many, many names. So first and foremost, the devil is not an actual person. It is just an energy, just like Christ. In fact, this particular energy is very similar to Christ, as if you know that Lucifer means light bringer. Okay? Jesus is also known as the light bringer. It is also important to note that one man's God is another man's devil. I am quoting the great Bobby Hemmett. And an example of this would be the ancient Egyptian pantheon, where Set was once not the devil. In fact, the supreme god, the original god. And the next set of people came along, and then Set became the devil. The people who worship Set became called Set worshipers. I only mention this to make the point that humans create devils. Humans. As I have mentioned many times on this platform, the number 666 is denoted as a number of the devil. But in real life, it represents man. 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, the molecular makeup for carbon and melanin. The most popular story of Satan will be found in the Bible, of course. And when we visit that particular story, we learn that Satan, or Lucifer, was the chief musician of heaven. He was the minister of music up there at Heaven Baptist. What did he do? Well, they say that he tried to be like God. This offense, he was cast into the earth and was named the Lord of the earth. The most interesting thing about the devil story in the Bible to me is the fact that big homie God could never whoop this dude. Bruh just can't to this day, still can't whoop bruh. He can't whoop him. And just like that, looks like I have to do a fucking part 2. Shit.
Yo, he went in. But I do agree with him that the devil is not an entity per se. It's an energy that people have in them. It's an energy or frequency that people tap into. The devil is not an external supernatural force that exists outside of us. We were taught to believe that, but that's not. I just might be onto something. I'm going to be showing y'all a depiction of how I break down the number 66, which is the number of books in the Bible, in 3 different ways, coming up with 3 specific numbers. Now, the first equation I did was addition. I did 6 plus 6, which equals 12, and then I did a breakdown of 12 and got the number 3. Now, for the second equation, I did division. I broke down 66 in half. I divided by 2, and I got 33. Now we have 33 vertebrae. You got 33rd degree, 33rd paradigm, and then I added 3 plus 3, which is 6. For the third equation, I did multiplication, right? 6 times 6 is 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. You have 3, 6, 9. So when you add all these numbers up, 3, 6, 9, you get 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 is the highest number. This just goes to show you how powerful these 3 numbers are. In my opinion, from my thoughts, I feel like they intentionally put 66 books in the Bible. I don't know, maybe I'm stretching. Or am I? What y'all think? Is she stretching? Is she just making it up? What y'all think? I don't know, man. Like, she got some wisdom on her to even come up with that. Ooh, y'all better go check her out, y'all. Go follow True Ascension. Go follow True Ascension on her Instagram and TikTok. You better go check her videos out, man. They are eye-opening.
You do not see into reality. The eyes are black holes. They suck in the light and then the image is produced at the back of the brain. This is because the universe is a mental projection, and it's the number one law of the Kabbalion. The all is mind, the universe is mental. The word element, ment is the mind. Everything exists in the mind. The physical world you see is the third dimension. It's a mental projection from the mind. Lucy means light in Latin, and this is how the eyes work. Even the ancient Egyptians knew it. John 1:5, God is light. Low vibrational light turns into matter. High vibrational matter turns into light. The only thing that exists is light. Everything is made out of light. All light waves have a vibration, which is up and then down, midday, midnight. This is an hour, a minute, a millisecond. The sun is a sine wave. The DNA is a sine wave. The zodiac is a light sine wave. Everything's a sine wave because everything's made out of light. And this is why the 7 metals have the same symbols of the 7 planets, because the planets are light, and when they materialize into physical matter, they give you the 7 metals. The sun gives you gold, Mars gives you iron, Jupiter tin. Hue man, hue equals light, and man comes from the word manifestation. We are light beings manifested into physical forms. The link is in the bio for this PDF. Make sure you're following the Instagram. I'm about to be banned on this account. Follow the backup, the link will be below this video.
Man, go check him out, man. Go check him out.
I get the downloads, I share the notes. All of our chakras are aligned with different dimensions. So we're going to go ahead and break that down. The root chakra is, of course, aligned with the physical, the 3D. For the past year, we've been hearing about 3D, 4D, and 5D Earth. Mother Kai shifting into higher frequencies. This is no different than what occurs in our body. As I had mentioned, the root chakra is 3D, while the sacral chakra is 4D, solar plexus is 5D, heart chakra is 6D, throat chakra is 7D, third eye chakra is 8D, and the crown chakra is 9D. As I had mentioned before, 9 is a creation of all. It is the last number before repetition. Last but first, considering the fact that 9 is bigger than the rest of the numbers. So each dimension being aligned with our chakras is also aligned with hertz, the frequency. So 396 hertz is 3D, root chakra. 417 hertz, sacral chakra, 4D. And so on and so forth, as you can see in my notes. We're going to go to 90, which is the spark for Kundalini energy. The hertz associated with this chakra and this dimension is the highest of all tones. It is ultimate connection to the universe, universal wisdom. So as I had said, 9 being the number of creation, that is where all of the wisdom is held, is within our crown. That is where we are getting everything from the tether that goes up. Knowing the association with chakras, with our bodies, in alignment to dimensions, makes you realize that although physically, environmentally, you might be in the same place, you are energetically traveling through dimensions. This is how your perception can overpower the environment that you're placed in. Stay tuned for part 2. Blessings, Ashe.
So our chakras are aligned with different dimensions, different portals of the universe that we can tap into. So, and we can do that just by using frequencies, hertz, energy. But yeah, like, yo, everything is energy. Everything is energy. We can do whatever we want. We can be whatever we want to be. But we can attract anything and all things to us that we want to attract into our lives. But we just got to vibrate at the right frequency in order to attract the things that we want. But yeah, like I said, everything is energy. But I hope this video gave y'all some insight, expanded your horizons on some things that you probably didn't think about. But yeah, let me know if you want a part 2 of this, this segment. It's way more to life than the things that we were taught about and believe that this was the end all be all. It's so much more out here. It's so much more out here to learn from. Like, don't limit yourself and what you can actually do. And let me know what y'all think in the comments about the videos that I showed y'all. I will see y'all next time. Peace and abundance, peace and chaos.